Hello, everybody. Welcome back to, I almost said Mass Monday again, Bride of Pendle, session 6. Quite possibly the finale, this one. At least I've prepared for it as such. But first, a little summary, just to prolong their inevitable doom. Basically, there was a little bit of back and forth going on just in terms of preparing for maybe mounting a rescue attempt, reading some stuff in their nice big fat tome that they found in Amelia's study, a bit of translating going on of that. And essentially what they discovered is that there is a way to cure anybody affected by the evil potion malarkey. So whilst gathering the ingredients for that, they also discovered the rest of the poison supply down in the basement, which Charlotte promptly took care of by throwing it down the drain. There was nearly a bit of a scupper because they essentially walked straight into the parlor where all the butler and staff were, but they managed to talk their way out of it just about. And also get a bit more info. Yes, Granville did the talking there. They also managed to get a bit more out of Sir Roderick privately and confirmed that whilst he did know some more stuff, including where the dagger was being kept that they were looking for, he is not seemingly a part of this evil scheme, or at least not directly. And then we essentially left off back in the secret area adjacent to the trophy room at Ellerdale Hall, where you'd had a little look around and Nikhil had found a load of information in a ledger about the more important to you artifacts that were uncovered about 10 years ago underneath the church. And one of them, the dagger, is sitting in the chest that Nikhil has just opened, as well as a few more items in there. So I guess going straight back into it, Nikhil, presumably you reach in, do you, to get the dagger out?
Yeah, I'll reach in, lift the dagger out. This is what we're looking for.
You kind of hold it out in front of you. It's quite a sizable dagger, and it is quite heavy. To your dismay, as it's kind of implied in the ledger, it is quite badly decayed. There's quite a lot of rust on there. The blade is, as you can imagine, very, very blunt. It's still usable, but as a weapon, how sufficient is that going to be, potentially?
Is it more of a stabbing than cutting though? There's no edge to it, it's just a point. Sort of. You could
Yes, although given that the last person, well, you think the last person to have had that used on went into her heart, that's still quite a fair way into the body.
Is it one of those sort of like, is it like a short dagger like that? It was one of those big things used to use back in sort of blades like this and a handle with a proper cross piece.
Yeah, it's not like a full-on short sword either, but it's a proper dagger. It's not like a little tiny thing.
Okay. Well, we've got it now anyway. That's going to be good. Do we get it to? Who do we get? Do we use it or do we?
I'm of two minds because there's part of me. See, it really comes down to do they need the blade to carry it to be part of the ritual? If they do we simply destroy it? Because I worry that if they need this blade, then us walking into this place with it is just fucking giving them what they want.
Oh, so you think they need the blade, right? Okay, I was thinking they need the blade. We need the blade to stop her. You think they need to bring her back? You mean?
Yeah,
Right.
you know, I
Wasn't
just,
going out at all.
it's one of those ones. The blade could be the thing we need, or the blade could be the thing they need, and we accidentally fucking give them it by bringing it to them. You know. I think we need more research.
Was it the ghost that told us about the importance of the dagger to end this witch once and for all? Because I'm trying to recall how we heard about the dagger in the first instance.
What's the guy we brought back called?
Yeah, Jacob Kilner.
Kilner.
So
Jacob.
he told
Yeah,
you that
Kilner.
it was his dagger and that he stabbed Emlin through the heart with it.
I think we give the dagger back to him and scare the shit out
I
of
feel
him.
so cool with this new spec.
I'm sorry, Phil?
We give the
No.
dagger back to Jacob, and
Yeah,
when he
listen.
turns up wielding the dagger he's killed her with, it scares everybody.
Ooh.
Yeah, we just need to hope that the ritual is still holding up, because I
Yeah.
don't believe he's being held hostage in that fucking cave forever. By the way, we got the bottles, we got the flowers.
Yep.
I mean, we got the blood still in our bodies, but we got the blood,
Yes, fortunately.
and we do need fresh running water for the
Yes,
antidote.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
stream.
The stream. Okay.
That
Yeah,
brook.
free running water, it says.
That brook is perfect for it.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
possibly the same free running water they used for the flipping poison, so it would make sense.
Okay, so what I believe is that Tom's ring is nowhere to be found because someone took it but did not bother to hide it. They just maybe took it with them, so it's not really used in looking for it. We got the dagger, we got the recipe for the antidote, we got 2 out of the 3 ingredients that we need. I say we go to the stream where we met up with Mecca.
Yeah.
Was it Mecca? Yeah, right.
It was Maka, yeah.
Mecca, sorry. We fill the bottles, try and go back to Mecca's cave. If Kilmer is still there, we might question him. We might question him some more.
Yeah, about that dagger.
If not, we just go towards where the landslides are generating.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
the farm.
He
Or maybe
could
the
lead
farm.
us to the place where he killed her. Because he killed her during the ceremony last time, didn't
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, that's true.
So
He'd be
he
able to
took us
give us.
directly there, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe
but,
he specified that it was on the summit.
It did specify that, but Amelia's diary stated that now the farm was also holy ground.
Yeah.
So they might be hiding there.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a base. Yeah.
Could be a base for whatever.
Obviously, they're doing something to the people and the pigs there, aren't they? So whether that will stop if we tackle them on the summit or not, I don't know.
I wonder if it might be worth tipping the police off about the farm.
And tell them what? They're recycling human beings into pigs.
No. We'll tell them that while we were scouting around, we noticed that there was some small bits of like hay or something, just something that looks like kind of fodder for animals. We could claim that it was, maybe trodden in on a boot or something. We don't know if there's any significance, but all we can think of is the nearby farm. And maybe, tip the police to ooh, maybe she went there, and
Trick
send
them
the
into
force
going
up
and
there.
looking, yeah. Just trick them
Still,
into going.
I mean, yes, we might be giving them a whole more pigs, but it's police officers.
I mean, besides one to actually call in the Army, Navy, and Air Force, that's probably the best plan for that.
yeah,
I told you. Just
Yes.
take off and nuke the entire site from orbit.
not yet. It's 1934.
If that was an
No
option,
nuke yet. No, what I was saying is that we might tip off the police, but if they get there and Mary is out there against their will, against this weird-looking, all-eating bullshit, I don't believe they'll be able to do anything, and we won't be there in order to feed her the antidote.
I remember.
And that's when you've actually made the antidote as well.
Yeah, we need to make the antidote first.
Yeah. Also about the possibility of giving them a dagger they need, given how rusted it is. I do believe it's not a rocket science to break that blade.
No,
That way they won't make a use of it.
I have a couple of thoughts on that. Yes, I think it's a one shot thing. I think it's a one use. If we miss, that blade's going to break. I think you're absolutely right. I wonder. I actually agree with Phil's idea of giving Kilner the dagger, and I wonder in his hands if maybe it might be restored in some way.
well, I mean, I think it's if she does get brought back and she sees him with the dagger, that's going to scare her anyway, because of what happened last time. That gives us an advantage.
Yeah, I do believe that we cannot overlook the fact that we don't know if Kilner will still be there. First, willing to help us. Second, able to move. Third.
I think he'd be willing to help us because if we tell him the evil's returned as it has before, he'd be right there. I think.
Yeah, but maybe the ritual is binding him to the cave. We need to figure that out.
It was a lime kiln.
Mm-hmm.
If you have
lime kiln. So it's a man-made construction area, so it's not a cave. I don't think he was bound there. I've seen he was buried in a graveyard anyway, so he's already moved. Effectively.
Just the harm of him.
I wonder.
That's what Maka has in order to summon him.
I wonder if if we could get away with something as if he's bound to the kiln. If he's bound to the kiln, I wonder if simply removing a brick so that we have part of the kiln with us, that means we could have him with us.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he is necessarily linked to the kiln per se, but if I recall correctly, Maka was drawing glyphs and whatnot around the arm.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So if he's linked to that perimeter, we are fucked.
Maybe Maka has a solution to that, but this is all academic. First things first, we need to do. We need to get that antidote.
Yeah, we need the antidote.
Go to the stream, like I said, and then we go to Maka. Yeah. And while walking, I'll try and pastel. How do you say that? To make the paste out of the flowers, and then cut a little bit, and we'll go from there. But let's go to the stream.
Yeah.
Not waste more time. Let's fucking
go. We gather at the river.
You can walk and talk. Also, if you wish to obtain like a mortar and pestle, then you can do from the kitchen, no problem.
Yeah.
On your way out.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you lead the way, Charlotte, back to the stream, or rather adjacent to the stream and Warsaw Hill, where it seems like a lot has happened since you were last there. But there we go. Checking your watches, it is about 3:30 in the afternoon. So you've
Jesus.
got a few hours left of sunlight.
Hopefully enough.
Fuck me.
Do we know what time? When did Jacob kill her last time? Was it at night?
When did he kill her?
Yeah. What time of day?
Yes,
it-
it was in the middle of the night. Yes.
Oh, bugger. It's history repeating itself, isn't it?
Yeah, but fuck me. The sunlight was necessary just for the making of the antidote, or even for the drinking it.
It just is about making it. It doesn't say anything about drinking it.
Okay, then fuck it. I'm making bottles of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So you kind of make yourselves comfortable, as it were. You're in a good position as well with the light. You kind of have to move around the hill a bit more than before, just because of where the sun is now. But again, you've got a few hours left of daylight.
Who's
so-
who's doing the blood?
Yeah, I'm giving it.
So Charlotte's giving the blood. You said as well about like making a paste with the other ingredients. So I guess you're kind of the head herbalist here. What are the other two of you doing?
Oh my god.
I suppose you just keep watch on Charlotte and try and offer some of her own blood instead of her doing it all. Really, I suppose.
How far is this kiln?
The kiln. We just suss at the kiln.
Good.
Yeah.
45 minutes away.
Oh boy. Was that 4 or 5 or 45?
45.
I was thinking
Fuck.
Although you were following a rat, so if you ran there, then obviously it would be quicker.
Do we still have that shotgun?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can we get more?
I think Tristan had Giorgio as well.
Yeah, I got the one from the pub. I don't know. There's more.
Well, it depends if the butler was telling the truth, but he seemed to imply that there was up at the house.
Like a gun room or a hunting room, they might have, I suppose. Will it help us if we have more, or is it too supernatural to be affected by guns?
Yeah, we don't know about that. I'm lucky I have a gun rather than not.
Yeah, I just don't want to die from the lack of shooting back, as they say.
Yes. For the blood donation, do I need to make some sort of check, or I'm just losing hit points? Mechanically
For the
speaking.
actual blood itself, then yeah, you would just lose damage. So I mean, how much are you planning to spill?
Allora, sì, vabbè. I
There's
just went
three of
for
us,
the
remember?
Italian there.
You don't have to do it all. There is three. There are three of us.
No, I can't.
No,
It
because
has to be pure blood.
Okay, there's two of us.
Yeah,
So
that really gets down to how much blood is an hit point. Because I got 2 bottles to fill with flowers, blood, and water. Given the recipe that we have.
Yeah.
If I have to sacrifice 1 point each, but I don't know how much blood would that be. I mean, enough to make a paste out of the blood and the flowers. That is what the recipe told us, and then mix it up with water.
not to split hairs. I was thinking more. Are you going to kind of do a slash from your palm? Are you going to do like a little pin prick? Something like that, because that is quite different.
I was thinking about cutting my thigh, but yes,
Okie dokie.
so that I don't have problems with holding the shotgun.
Very sensible. Okay. Granville, what are you up to while this is happening? I suppose would you have the tome with you?
Yes. I think I will actually sit and have a nice little read of that.
Okay. And also bear in mind that whilst the handout I gave you is in English, you have a funny feeling that the chant that whoever's reciting the chant, sorry, lost my train of thought there. Whoever's doing the chant will need to do it in Old English rather than modern English. You think?
Yes, I suppose I could do the chanting whilst Charlotte's doing the mixing.
Or at the very least, write the transliteration of it.
Yes.
The phonetically, so that
Phonetic,
we can
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, that's even better.
Okay, so you're busy kind of taking the chant, maybe writing it out again, sort of phonetically for her and things. Okay, so Nikhil, what's your decision? Are you keeping watch, or are you going to get some more, or try and get some more guns, or something else?
Can I try and pick up a couple more shotguns before we leave the manor? I'll search around. That's difficult. Just a couple of shotguns and some.
I mean, you've already got to Warsaw Hill, so that's going to be.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to leave that.
for
I'm going to have to try and keep watch. I can't go back now for shotguns. I'm going to try and resist the urge to be photographing everything as well.
Okay. I mean, you've got brilliant views from on top of Warsaw Hill, so that's the prime place to keep watch, and obviously keep an eye on those two down below.
Yeah, I will do that. I'll go up on the hill then. I'll try and keep a bit of a watch. And try and document as much as I can with photography as well. But
Okay. Right. So, let's deal with Granville first whilst Charlotte's preparing the mixture. Give me an Anglo-Saxon roll, please. Or, sorry, Old English roll.
Oh, no, not a job. No.
Okay. I mean, you do remember reading it before, but you start, I guess, getting bogged down in some of the pronunciation. You've heard it a bit differently from a couple of lecturers and stuff, so you try and put down the best you think will work for certain vowels and stuff like that. So Charlotte, you're taking a cut from your thigh. Okie dokie. So damage wise, that's going to be 2 damage.
Okay.
But you get plenty in there, which makes it into a paste. Obviously, it stings a bit.
Of course.
But yeah, so you make the paste, and then as per the instructions, you then take certain, a few splashes of the water from the brook as it flows along. And then presumably, if you're ready, you start swirling the mixture.
Yeah, if we have the chant, yes.
I guess Granville. I mean, the chant is as ready as it can be, so presumably you hand it over to her.
Yes.
Okay, so I start to swirl the potion and try and make heads and tails of it with my Yiddish
Yes, indeed.
knowledge.
Okay. So again, you've seen a bit of the wording and pronunciation, but because you're doing the spell almost at the same time, I'm going to get you to make me a power roll.
power. All right.
To see if you can
How
recite
much?
the words correctly.
What the fuck is my power? Okay. Don't betray me now. I just want to show it to you. It's a fucking 7.
It's slightly
That
off
may-
the camera, but I believe you.
Oh, sorry. Are you able to see it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
It's an
not
extreme, mate.
it's not just 7. It's 007.
007, yes. It's like I wrote the damn thing myself.
Okay.
Can I have your dice?
So-
It's a fucking better than mine.
Okay, so it's perhaps it's the stinging from your thigh that makes you more alert. Perhaps it's because of what's at stake, and you've got that kind of can-do attitude, I suppose. So if you picture you're swirling anti-clockwise with the little bottle with one hand, you've got this piece of paper in the other hand. What I'll say with the extreme is that you get a good rhythm going with the chant, and you're also of a cool enough head that you do notice that, okay, the phonetics, there's a couple that don't quite feel right, so you kind of go with what your instinct tells you, and that seems to help more. And you feel this energy surging through you, and then it's almost like someone up in the air has held a mirror and caused the sunlight to kind of come your way just for a moment and strike the potion. And you feel this very reassuring warmth come from it as it suddenly changes color to a much more kind of milky white compared to how it was before. It's also caused a lot of wind to whip around you. And what I'll say is that Ronnie, Granville, you've got the main book in front of you. And it just so happens that it whips the book a few pages along. And you see this diagram, this very advanced looking for the time diagram of a heart, like an anatomical heart with an eye in it, with some more writing on it. But you think, Charlotte, that the mixture is now ready, and you need to spend 5 magic points for me, please.
For each or for both?
Oh yes, I beg your pardon. It's going to be for each.
3
Got your
each.
picture too.
Okay.
5 each.
5 each. Ooh, fuck me. Okay. Does anything really happen if I reach 0 magic points?
If you took any more, it would start taking your hit points.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good by 3, but I just wanted to ask because I don't know.
But I'm gonna be nice since we're not in combat. I think there's also a rule where you technically fall unconscious if you lose all of them at once or something, but you're not in combat, so you feel pretty dizzy after that, and you buckled to your knees.
Yeah, I mean, I just cut my thigh open, so that's of course why I'm so tired. Not because of the magic ritual that I've been a part of.
I'll help steady Charlotte.
Okay, so put the book down and go to help. Whilst you're doing that, Nikhil, you can give me a spot hidden roll from your vantage point.
We need to give the potion to Tom. Where the fuck is Tom?
Okay, so I've passed by 10. Only a pass.
You passed by 10. Okay, that's fine. At that point, although you also feel a little bit disorientated given whatever's happened down there, you think that something has happened at least, and Charlotte's cast some sort of spell because you can feel this energy permeating. But you notice actually you notice a couple of things, I'll say. The first thing is that you notice one of the police cars is starting to make its way up the hill So going in the direction of Pendle, I mean, you did hear that there was potential talk of them going further afield at some point. But as you follow the car up the hill, you can't help but notice that there's a few clouds that have appeared over Pendle Hill, and they're got some nice sort of fluffy clouds, but it's almost like they're just hanging there.
Okay, so they're not behaving like normal clouds would.
No, because even with very little wind, they would, of course, move slightly. But the more you look at them, maybe you rub your eyes a bit, they're just hanging there.
How far away am I from Charlotte and Granville?
It's just a quick run down the hill. I can't remember exactly how many meters
I'll
high
run
you are, but
back
it's
and
not big.
I'll point out.
You're down at simplest form.
Yeah, what I've seen. I said the police cars going and there's clouds over the hill that are acting very strangely, not moving. Well, they've only appeared since the police car started up the hill.
No, I didn't say that. I just said that your
Okay.
gaze was following the car, and then you happened to notice them. They might have been there for ages, for all you know.
Harry needs help.
That's what I'll tell them anyway. I'll run down the hill and tell them that.
Oh God, it's getting worse.
Yeah, I do believe that we know where to go now. I mean, we can try and retrace our steps to Maka,
Yeah.
and then head down the church.
Yep.
And the church, sorry, the hill. Why did I say the church? Right. Okay, sorry.
When are you planning to give Tom his cure?
Oh, Tom.
ASAP.
Yeah, right now. We just
Right
head
now.
back to the town, give him that. Let's see
Okay.
if it works. Hopefully
Is
it does.
he still in the manor house, or did we get him to the church on time?
He's still in the manor house. He's now downstairs. He's being consoled by a few people and being fed brandy and stuff.
So we'll spike his drink.
It might be a good chance to find a gun room
I
as
was
well.
going to say,
Imagine if he says, you should find it earlier.
I've-
or
We're not
I've-
spiking anything. We're just giving him the bottle. We told him about what
Um,
we were trying to do.
and
He's just
in
nicking.
the chat, I've told you exactly what guns we need.
The big ones.
Mm.
There's no Gatling guns if you're thinking about that. Also, I refuse because I hate the rules for Gatling guns and the automatic shit. So, not happening. But yeah, when you get in, it's quite a somber mood now that at least the majority of the police seem to have left the manor house alone. People are speaking a bit more freely. Again, there's more kind of drinks being handed out and so on, and of course, a lot of attention is on Tom at the moment. Although when he sees you, especially you, Charlotte, looking pretty world weary by now, he gets quite concerned and says, "Are you all right? Do you need some smelling salts? Do you just sit down?"
No, I'm fine. Drink this.
Is this to help?
It's good for you. Yes.
It's
Chug
a
it.
tonic, dear boy.
Are you sure this is going to work?
I'm confident.
I'm confident
Okay.
in Charlotte's
Not
confidence.
positive. I'm confident.
And would we give you anything we weren't confident in? We are friends here, so we're only trying to do the best for you.
Well, hopefully it doesn't taste like salt water. And he knocks it back.
Oh, butter.
In my defense, I give you that salt water with the best of intentions.
Yeah.
In fact, if the salt water had
He
done
sort of-
its job, you wouldn't have needed that.
He sort of tries to get it down, and it obviously doesn't taste that nice.
Hold his nose.
He just knocks it back. He doesn't need you to hold his nose for him. It's only a little bottle anyway. He sort of does this at you.
Finally.
Granville, look, I've taken it. I've taken it. Whatever this tonic is, it's not very nice. So, someone actually gives him or he tries to find a handy glass just to wash it down with. And nothing seems to be happening.
Oh, balls.
But then he's not had any other symptoms since
They've been
the
missing.
saltwater incident.
Yeah, but as evidence, sorry. And oh, fuck me. Hopefully, it doesn't need the whole other bottle.
I'm rather hoping the salt water worked.
Could have done. It could have done. It could have already have achieved
Because
it.
it was
We need
barely
to
in his system. It was barely in his system when we put we gave him that salt water.
Yeah, that's true. I do believe, though, that it is of the utmost importance to find a Mary
Yes.
sooner rather than later.
Yes. I saw the police were leaving. I'm not exactly sure where they were going. I think they were just maybe spreading out a bit.
Well, I mean, Mary, she's obviously being kept somewhere until they can perform the ritual. So that has to be the farm, wouldn't it?
A
Keep her on the
ritual.
hill.
What do you mean a ritual?
Oh, sorry, I was just. There's something strange going on. There's some strange people with some weird ideas that they need to be corrected in their thinking.
I think they need to be more than corrected. What are you suggesting they're going to do to her?
Absolutely nothing, because I believe Nikhil was about to acquire ourselves some correction devices.
Yes, loud correction devices.
That's the one. Big bore correction devices.
Still, I wasn't born yesterday, Granville. We might have far fewer time than I thought.
Then let's not
Why
waste
is
time
that?
dawdling.
Is something you haven't told us?
Well, have you not read any books about savages doing rituals on people? You know, often it ends in murder, doesn't it?
Most of that's just made up. Don't relax, dear boy. Most of that's just made up. It's probably just
well. If you'd have told me what I'd be doing today, I'd have thought you were making it up as well.
If we'll get there in time, and everything will be fine.
Exactly. We came all this way. We're determined to get you married, boy. Now let's go.
So Sir Roderick instructs the butler to go and show you the armory, as it were. There are indeed a few more shotguns and rifles in there.
I don't know about rifles.
Here goes back to my water.
And this is the point where I'm going to ask the most anal question, of which the keeper is not going to like.
There's always one.
Sorry, what rifles?
That's why you got out the manual, the handbook.
No, it wasn't that actually. It was for something completely un-gun related.
Sorry, the moment somebody says armory, someone is going to ask.
Yeah, I know. I've not written it down. I keep getting mixed up with Lee Enfields, but I know those are Americans. What's the main?
Lee Enfield's not American; it's British.
Yeah,
That's the British one. Okay. In that case, yeah. So rifles are Lee Enfield.
That's right. You don't have to go anywhere. You could probably shoot them from here with a Lee Enfield.
I'm trying to remember.
A mile killing range.
I'm trying to remember the Lee Enfield. That's the bolt action.
Yep.
Yes, that's the bolt action. That bit I do remember, but only because I had to do some bolt action rifle shooting in CCF.
3's a big gun.
Hi, Harry. I see you down there.
It is. It is. I think I might go for some. I think I might go for a revolver, actually, of some
Okay.
description.
There are a few revolvers, mainly for things like pheasant shooting and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
My basis on that, Jason, is simply because with me not being exactly steady on my feet, I don't know if I could actually survive the recoil of a shotgun or a big rifle like the
Yeah.
So I think a revolver would actually be more. Plus, it gives me a hands free to shoot one person and skewer another.
Planning ahead.
What can I say?
There are, of course, plenty of hunting rifles as well.
I'll take a shotgun.
Take a shotgun. Okie dokie.
12 gauge, I assume.
Yeah, they're just standard again for shooting birds.
You're not getting an elephant gun.
No, you're not.
I want 10 gauge.
Take the side of the bloody farmhouse fucking doors with them.
Okay. Anyone need any stats?
Where is that guy?
Yeah, I got mine written down several sessions ago.
Just a 12 gauge, I think.
Oh, that's a bit meta-gamey. Or are you planning to take 2 of them with you?
What's that? Sorry. We've got one, haven't we?
It sounded like you wanted to know the stats for each and then take the best one.
No. That's stats for a shotgun. 12 gauge.
Yeah, stuff for sure.
Oh, I thought you said 10 or 12. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, 10 gauge or a 12 gauge, but a 10 gauge would be massively better.
Yeah, would be the bigger one. Yeah, you're not
We'll
getting
go
that
for
one.
12 gauge. The smaller one. The higher the number, the smaller the gauge.
I remember from what you said.
If you want, Jason got stats written down.
I'm not asking for an 8
Okay.
gauge.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so 12 gauge shotgun.
Oh my god, what is that?
Just to remind you, it's based on the range at which you're firing.
It is the three zones.
Yeah, so it's over 10, 20, and 50 yards.
10, 20, 50, yeah.
Yep. And damage is 4d6, 2d6, and 1d6, respectfully.
Yeah, mine is this is bigger.
What's that, sorry?
Yours was a bigger one, I believe.
No.
No?
On the minimum range, I got 2d6 plus 2, then d6, and then d4.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's a 16 gauge.
16 gauges, yeah, smaller again.
Yeah.
I've just seen they got a fucking .444 Marlin. Fuck's sake. No.
But anyway, for both of those shotguns, uses per round is 1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or
And
2.
You get two bullets in the magazine.
1 or 2. Malfunction.
100.
100. Yeah,
Yep.
there's a side by side then.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't forget about the riding crop. Let me just grab that quickly as well.
About the what?
The riding crop.
I nabbed some riding crops out there.
You did.
The riding on the pig. But yes, damage for that is 1d3 plus half of your damage bonus, if you have any.
Okay.
No.
Hold on. Riding crop. One D3 plus half damage bonus.
I'm not going to do that because it's going to be too difficult with a shotgun to hold it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's too
What would be the skill for it?
That'd just be brawl.
Just be brawl. Okay.
Or if you're if you're wanting to use it on an animal specifically to really make it sting, it maybe be more, animal handling or ride, but presumably it's more for hitting things with. And then revolver for you.
Would be a Webley 38.
Oh, Webley 6. Oh, 8.
Oh yeah, 38's fine. So that is
It's a standard officer's weapon from that period.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I thought it was a 6 was a standard weapon.
A 3.8 or 9mm revolver is a 1d10 for damage. 15 yards. You can do one use, or you can do your hammer, with penalty dice.
Right.
Fanning
the flames.
Yeah. Fanning the flames.
Apparently, Mark 6 was a Mark 6 was a 45, and a Mark 4 was a 38.
I'm gonna take closer now.
Yeah. It's the right period for it. For a weapon.
Oh yeah, yes. It's
definitely used that gun for years, the British military.
Yeah.
Only had 6 rounds in it because the bullets were so chuffing big.
I did. I'm going to take a small box of ammo because there's bound to be some.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I know the box will only be like 20 or 30 rounds, but that's fine. Just 6 men. No, they got a 444 Marlin in there, which is basically it's a lever arch. It's a lever arch hunting rifle.
Oh yeah.
Not the. I mean the Remington is the famous lever arch, the one they used in the Wild West, or made famous by westerns. But the Marlin is like a big hunter's version of the same idea. Basically, blow the tusk off an elephant. So I was looking at the damage and I'm like, holy shit! 2d8 plus 4, 110 yards.
Mega oof. Well, anyway, different gauge guns aside, what is your plan?
What about the clouds on Yester Hill? On Pendle Hill, sorry.
Oh, they're still gathering, yeah.
Roll me spot hiddens.
I don't have enough money to
And are they gathering over the same spot? I failed.
No, I failed.
Okay.
Failed.
Oh shit!
They're not.
We
They're not
can't look at the
gathering.
sky.
No. They're not gathering as you would expect them to. There's still a few there, but you do a rough count, and you don't think there's maybe as many there as there were. There's still a couple.
Are they getting darker? Is it sort of concentrated, but they're getting darker rather than? Is it look like a storm, but very sort of concentrated one?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Let's find this one out.
Okay. My plan was to sort of shoot it. If it moves, shoot it. And if it doesn't move,
What? Shoot the clouds?
No, anything.
Shoot the...
If it moves, shoot it. If it doesn't move, shoot it anyway.
Like a modern day donkey shot.
Are
But
we?
instead of windmills, it's got clouds.
Are we gonna hit? Are we gonna hit this farm then?
I mean, you got the car, Granville, don't you?
Yes.
I think if Mary's being kept anywhere, it will be the farm, ready to be taken up to the hill.
Yeah.
She's not being kept on the hill, is she?
We have no ways of knowing because we don't know what.
Just
there on
anywhere
the
should be in the
fucking
farm.
hill.
But before we go to the summit, we need to go and collect Jacob. I
Okay.
think we need to take him up there. I really do.
How far away is that kiln from the farm? Are we talking two entirely different directions?
Not opposite directions, but they are still different directions. And the thing about the terrain is that it's not as easy as, oh, you just go round Pendle Hill a bit and there will be a way there. There's a lot of, untreadable ground, or it's more difficult and things like that. So it'd be a lot easier for you to go to the kiln first if you want to do that before then advancing on the hill.
I think maybe we do that because I think if we got up the hill, we want Jacob with us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the kiln, the farm, and then the hill.
Or do we do the farm, then the kiln, then the hill? See if we can find Mary there, and if not, we grab Jacob on the way and we storm the hill.
There's the kiln at the bottom of the hill anyway.
Not quite, but it's kind of on the verge, yeah.
Local rockets on Discord.
But remember, this hill is huge. It's nearly like 10 miles long. So there's lots of different approaches to the hill, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think maybe the farm Jacob Hill.
Okay.
Farm first, then the kiln, and then...
Not sure it said, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jacob's a bit of a backup or a way.
Okay. And you'll... That sounds for taking the car with you?
I like driving to the farm.
I think we need to just for speed. We've spent ages walking around the roads.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Excuse me. Okie dokie. So, as you head back to your car, Nikhil, with your keen natural world eye, you notice that some of the... let's see what flowers would be on this time of the year. I can't think. But anyway, some of the flowers just at the base of the church. There's some more on a little green. You could have sworn that they've grown another stem, like almost like a double set of petals.
There's more flowers now than there was like yesterday.
Well, looking at them, not only are there more, but it's kind of unnatural the way that they've grown. It's not just like, oh, it's another stem. It's a stem that's kind of derivative of a previous one, almost like it's grown two heads, as it were. There's a couple of hues as well that are different colours to what they should be.
I will point this out to the others as the driver walk past. These flowers are looking different. Is it affecting any other plant life around in the area close by? Just the flowers in the churchyard.
It's difficult to tell because the grass is cut short out here. But what I'll say is that sort of peering over into the churchyard where there's some more flowers, and kind of beyond there's even more. Yeah, there's definitely other flora being affected.
Something's building here. It's affecting the plants.
Yeah, I put the foot down just a little.
Okie dokie. Right, I would like, from no one in particular, sarcastically, a group luck roll.
Woohoo! Express your dice to express your dice to.
Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah.
At this point, all I can say is, with every fiber of my being and from the depth of my soul, in advance, I am so sorry. I'm really, really sorry.
Oh no.
Okay. As you reach the point where you turn the corner into Clayhouse Farm Drive, now that you've come up the hill, feel free to make me listen rolls, please.
Oh,
Listen.
dear God.
Where is listen to? Down there.
Nope.
Nothing past that. Nope. Fail.
Yeah, failed as well.
Jesus
Ain't got enough
fucking
points to
Christ.
pass that.
Okay,
And I'm using
Well-
different dice now.
good.
I'm
Well,
gonna do
the good news is that you can't hear the sound of any struggle or conflict going on at the farm. However,
Hey.
as you do you drive up their driveway, by the way, or are you planning to leave the car somewhere?
I go for leaving the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems the safest choice.
Yeah, let's follow the brave example of men in World War One and walk across no man's land towards the enemy.
That worked for them. They won, did they?
Okay.
Probably buy it with fools.
When you say that, sorry, do you mean as in you're just going to walk up the driveway? There are adjacent fields either side as well that you could walk up if you prefer.
I suppose
It's all,
we should
in
try
a
it.
straight line.
We
but-
should try and do it fairly. Well, it comes down to, do we try and do it stealthily or do we just try and do it quick?
How much time have we got?
Not much. I mean, I would waste as less time as possible.
Yeah.
Up the drive then.
Also, I don't really want to go in the field where the fucking pigs are. So
Yeah.
I'm staying in the driveway. You do whatever you please.
We could run out of ammo before we get there.
And if the pigs come to attack, we're shooting pepper first.
Okay, so yeah, you carry on up the driveway. It's about 100 meters, maybe a bit more, to go right to the farmhouse. And again, Charlotte really only went a little way in before shit hit the fan. But yeah, the more you go up, it doesn't sound like that there's anything concerning going on. However, the closer you get, you realize that you can't see any police cars
I guess you can't get on
parked
your
anywhere.
base. I can.
And about 3/4 of the way up, you can now see that towards the end of the driveway, there's a large barn, and then there's sort of a little path to the left that you think goes up towards the actual farmhouse area. But then you suddenly almost kind of stop in your tracks as you see, well, for Charlotte, it's fairly familiar, but now you see them in daylight. You see some pigs in the adjacent fields to your left, and your heart stops a little bit because they're currently sleeping. But also this time, there's only 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to take a short break.
Oh, wasn't it? How many were there before?
Dragon Blue.
You're not sure 100% if I remember rightly, but there were several, I think I said. Was there?
There were 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah. It definitely wasn't 2.
Okay.
There's fewer now
Okay.
than there was.
There were more. Okay.
How do
There were
I leave
more.
the dragon?
Oh yeah, see you in 5.
All right, see you in 5.
Okay then.
Will you tell me?
Yeah, we're okay. We'll be fine, I'm sure. Granville can drive fast. This way back to London and the Channel ports.
I've heard the Amazon basin's really nice this time of year.
Yes, so you
Southampton
keep
it is.
saying.
How fast can you get to Southampton?
Probably from where we are, it's quicker to go to Liverpool. We're up in Lancashire. It's quicker to go to Liverpool.
Yeah, they only went to certain places from Liverpool, though, didn't they? A lot of cargo ships from Liverpool.
I'm fast approaching the anywhere but here.
We'll buy a boat and just leave.
Very simple.
Finally, it's working.
Anywhere but here. It's a perfectly sane.
I forgot to do something. Where are we? No, I need a calculator.
Hello.
Kitty!
Yes.
Hello. Oh, cutie.
Okay.
Beep, beep, beep.
Clearly, she is shy.
That's enough of that.
She was looking at me super guilty because I went to have a smoke outside, came back to the living room, and she
Hey,
was
Harry, you should check out
with the paw in my dice thrower, try and
Oh.
and get to know the clackety stones a little bit better. So she was looking super guilty. Ready when you are.
Right. Yes, I've done the thing that I forgot to do. So, yes, 2 pigs are currently sleeping in the left field adjacent to you. Presumably, if you don't wish to wake them, you are to tread carefully.
Yeah, so, I'm going to say, let them sleep.
Okay.
Make me stealth rolls then, please.
You are determined.
Nope. No.
As I just rolled 99, I'm clearly just walking around with a great big fucking bell going, dinner time!
Well, I got a horde, but it hardly matters now.
Hardly matters. Oh, very funny.
That was almost extremely funny.
So are we going
Um,
to use our pig alarm clocks returning with us?
Granville, your stealth presumably is not above 50, is it?
No, it's just a base.
Okay. So not only do you not tread particularly lightly, I'll say that you kind of your leg crumples a little bit on some uneven ground,
Oh,
and
bugger. Damn it!
you go, oh bugger. To which the two pigs wake up with a start, but also just ahead of you, you see who you assume to be one of the Knight brothers, who kind of comes across in your view. He's carrying some sort of feed, you think, for them. Although the sack is kind of a bit bloodied and horrible, but upon seeing you, he immediately shouts a command, possibly in Old English, and the pigs that have woken up immediately charge towards their confines to either jump or break through.
Do pigs jump?
Well, right. So
They can be quite big animals, I know.
It's not.
okay. Well, first of all, now that they've woken up,
I don't.
just remind me, Charlotte. I know that you went into a bout of madness upon seeing these pigs the first time round.
Did I?
I recall.
I'm going to be the strongest.
Oh no, you
No.
lost 4, didn't you? You lost 4.
I was barely there, but I don't believe I was in a bout of madness, because the last point for the 5 to determine a bout of madness, I lost it on the next day.
The next day. Okay.
I mean, I lost a shitload of sanity for what I saw, but I don't recall it being a bout of madness, but I might be wrong.
Okay. In that case, you could potentially still lose some. All of you then, roll me sanity, please, upon seeing these creatures. These heavily deformed, ravenous-looking, feral-like pigs.
Okay, that's a pass.
That was lucky. 60, which is my sanity.
Is it 20% of the score, or is it extreme?
No, go, bro.
fifth.
Yes.
Alright, where'd you go?
Well, in that case, I got an extreme pass.
Okay. All
For
right.
once,
Good
my dice
for
worked.
you. Good for you. Let me just double check. Is it? Yes. Okay. So luckily, all of you are unscathed, mentally speaking. However, the both of them do indeed jump their confines, much to your shock. Roll me dodge for Granville. Since you kind of tripped, as it were, it's going to be a penalty for you, if you please.
No.
Otherwise, your penalty, Granville, is just use your dice.
I rolled hard.
Hard.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't dodging that.
Okay.
Yeah, I failed.
Okay. Right. Since there's 2 and there's obviously 3 of you, I'm going to dice it off as to who gets hit. But unfortunately, both have rolled very well.
That's all right. I'll use my
Okay.
12 gauge sleeping tablets on them.
Okay, so again, completely diced off, so you can't technically blame me for this. However,
We will nonetheless, Jason.
Oh, trust me, we're going to be technical or not. We're going to pass a lot of blame.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I just had to double check something in terms of like degrees. Oh my god. Okay. So
Go on, hit me with it.
Yep. All right. Well, it's not really you I'm worried about so much. Okay. Granville.
Mm-hmm.
One of them comes at you full pelt.
Right.
And you kind of you roll away, but not very far, but somehow it's enough that you only get scathed mildly, and you get a kind of a bit of a graze from one of these kind of gnarly tusks, and you take 2 damage. I rolled minimum on my damage score.
Wow.
As for you, Nikhil,
Mhm.
you see one of them jump the fence, and you dodge it extremely well. However, you practically land in the path of the other one,
I actually saw her.
and it mows you down. You feel this absolute, almost like being hit by a car, this slam into your chest, and you feel something impale you. Unfortunately for you, I rolled on the extreme, which is maximum damage.
Most known you.
You take 14 damage
Fucking hell.
as it mows you down, and you are just you are drilled into the soil.
Impressive to keep around, isn't it?
Oh,
Yep, that's me. I'm Gonzo.
Fucking hell.
right. I'm going to attempt to pull out my revolver at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, my shotgun is in hand,
Yeah.
and I'm shooting. I'll try and shoot the one on Nikhil.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
shoot the one that tried to
Right.
gore me.
So we're going to go into initiative mode. I'm just moving shit around on my map before I forget. Okay, so you drawn your guns, but obviously you don't get a plus 50 for now, but you will do next round if that's still what you intend to do with them. Before you is Mr. Knipe. He has made his way towards the entrance of the barn, and there's some sort of bell that's hanging, which he starts ringing vigorously. Charlotte, you'll go. Did you say that you wanted to get the one on Nikhil?
Yes,
Okie dokie.
because I'm imagining this pig to keep mauling him, goring him on the ground.
Yeah, and he does so. Yes. You're well within point blank range, so you can have a bonus die.
Okay. Okay, so that's a regular pass or a fail. So that's a regular pass.
Regular pass. Okay, roll your damage. It's a hit.
Okay, so it is 5, 13.
Hold on. Is point blank not automatic max damage?
No.
Oh, fuck.
No.
It is 13.
Impale is where it's max
Impale is,
damage
yeah.
stuff, and that's the extreme roll. So it's a regular pass. So 13 damage, you say? Okay.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's a bit too little, too late, or rather, just too late. But describe how you take this abomination down.
I'll just try and not hit Nikhil, of course, with some flying bullet out of the shotgun. So I just point it at his chest and fire it, so that it goes right above him, right above Nikhil at the very least.
Yeah.
Because I'm too scared of potentially hurting him.
The bullet drives its way into the creature and it collapses immediately, which you think is partially on Nikhil as well. Is that right where it stands? For dramatic effect, I'll say as well that Nikhil's hand holding his camera has kind of sprawled out to one side, and the camera lens is now broken into several pieces.
Mhm.
Okay. So the pig next to Granville is going to turn to face Charlotte, and is
Go
going
for
to
it.
try and bite you. You can dodge or fight back.
I'm fighting back, shooting him in the face.
Okay.
I still have another round, so I should be able to do so. Does it count at point blank again?
I'm just trying to think how the fight back thing works. I don't even know if you can fight back actually with firearms. I think it's just a case of on your turn. I might need to quickly look that up because I know I got it wrong in masks.
Yeah,
If
don't
you're
worry. I'm
waiting a
doing
moment.
whatever you see fit.
I'm sure it's now just for melee. Come think of it.
We were doing so well until we entered a combat.
Yeah, that doesn't look like it's mentioning it. So fighting back then will be in weapons in a fight, fist fights. Yeah, fist fights, melee. You can by all means, try and hit it with the butt of your rifle.
Yeah, I'm
If you
doing
want.
that.
All right, make your roll.
As in fighting brawl.
Yeah, fighting brawl for this.
Okay. Yeah, it's a regular pass again.
Regular pass. What did I roll again? It was. Where have you gone? That's definitely a fail. Okay. Roll to hit. Not roll to hit. So roll your damage.
What kind of damage do you want me to roll?
Oh yeah. 1d4 plus your damage bonus.
Okay, so I got no damage bonus. And I rolled a 2.
Okay. You hit it and you feel contact with this quite tough hide, and it looks at you annoyed. However, it missed you in terms of its biting. You notice as well, just at the corner of your eye, there are 2 more pigs that you think have maybe come from the barn further up that are now starting to advance towards you as well.
Oh, fuck me.
Before they reach you, however, it is Granville's turn.
Yeah. Not my smartest decision because I'm actually better with a cane than I am with a revolver, but I'm going to try and fire at it anyway.
Which one? Sorry.
The one that was attacking me that's now on Charlotte.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Oh, the
again,
other one's gone.
Yeah, the one that's next to you. Yeah, I was just wondering if you were going to try and take out the ones that are coming from further away. But yeah, the one next to you, point blank range.
So that's an extra 50 onto my skill.
No, it's a bonus die.
Yeah, the extra 50 is for initiative purposes.
Yeah, that's for next round because you have them in your hand. Bonus die.
Well, yeah, that was that was a big miss and a near miss.
Okay, a near miss is in a pass.
No, No,
No,
a near miss
It's a
is
near
in
miss.
I missed.
Right.
It was just a better miss than the other roll.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. So yeah, you shoot high as you're trying to level yourself as well on the ground.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, so Mr. Knipe has been ringing his bell for the past few seconds, and this shrill tone is ringing out. But then I would like, Charlotte and Granville, you can make me spot hidden rolls.
Let's go. Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay. The shrill sound of the bell is taken over by a much deeper sound, almost like a horn, like a hunting horn or something like that. But there's something about it which is quite eerie in how it sounds. It's coming from somewhere near the farmhouse, but it's difficult to tell exactly where, and you can't, from where you are, you've got the pigs kind of obstructing your view, so you can't see what's going on or what that means specifically. But anyway, it is Charlotte's go.
So I'll try and shoot the one that charged me to bite.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
Is it a bonus die for the point blank again?
Yeah. You're right next to it, so yeah.
Okay. So is it either an 85 or an 85?
85. Okay. Oh dear.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's no way I can spend luck to make it a pass because I don't have enough. So yeah, I just failed.
Fair enough.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay. Granville, you've now got initiative of 80, so you're next.
I'm going to, at this point, get my sword cane, get the blade out, and I'm going to try and turn this into a pork kebab.
Skewer a wild boar. Okay, go ahead. Make your roll. It's going to fight back.
So that's a fencing roll, which at least I have. Nope, not even close.
Okay, well, fortunately for you, it's not an extreme success. I can't read that. Oh, okay. However, it sees what you're about to do with your big pointy stick, and it snaps down with its teeth and sinks into your arm, dealing you 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Let me just double check. You've got 12 maximum, haven't you? So it's not a major wound. Okay, only just.
I'm down to 5.
Mm-hmm.
I got that 2 points for the grade.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm down to less than half.
Yeah, you are, but major wounds are based on your total, like your maximum. Yeah. So fortunately, you haven't got one. Okie dokie. Right. The other 2 pigs are pretty much at charging range now, and that's indeed what they do. So again, the 2 of you can make me dodge rolls.
Oh, it's a pass. It's a pass. It's a regular pass, but it's a pass.
Told you, I'm just going to tell you on the odd time I actually succeed. Other than that,
okay.
just presume failure.
Okay. Well, fortunately for you, they also both failed.
I'm pleased with that.
And in the event of a tie, the dodger or the defender always wins if you're dodging. So luckily, just by the skin of your teeth, you once again, Granville, managed to roll away. Charlotte, you get out of the way a little bit more cleanly or gracefully, however you want to
Glad it
envisage
wasn't.
it.
Just glad it wasn't
Efficiently.
skin in their teeth.
So they come past you, they sort of try and spin around a bit, and they churn up a bit of dust on the driveway as they try and come about. You think potentially they're going to charge again. Okie dokie. So let me just move a couple of things again on my map. Okay. At this point, the strange hunting horn sound has stopped. But you also think you hear the sound of a scream or possibly a squeal that seems to be coming from behind the barn, or at least nearby behind the barn.
Oh, good God.
But that scream or squeal or whatever it is, it seems to be almost like an amalgamation of both, but it's quite quickly drowned out or muffled.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, dear God.
Okay. Please let us do the bang bang before we can do
The bang bang.
the cry cry.
The bang bang. Okay, so Charlotte presumably is doing the bang bang. Before you go,
Yes.
Granville, since you got out your sword cane, you're now bad down initiative. Just to let you know, just
That's
so you
fine.
don't think I'm missing you out or anything.
That's fine.
Okie dokie. So Charlotte, up you go.
Yeah, I'm shooting the one next to me.
The one next to you. Okay, point blank range, bonus die. You know the drill.
Yeah, it's a regular pass.
Regular pass is still a hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. It's an 8 point of damage.
8 points of damage. Okie dokie. Okay.
You already got 2 because I smacked him in his mouth.
Yes, but also no. I was
Fuck
trying to
me.
make out that there's a bit of hide armor as well, because it's a tough fight. However, let me just make a quick roll for it. Ooh. Presumably. Yes. Okay. You still, however, give it a major wound from where you are. What I'll say is that you blasted near its maw, and one of its tusks is blown out, and there's some blood as well that spatters. And you're not sure if you've killed it, but it's enough that it falls unconscious in front of you.
Okay. I don't actually recall action economy in Call of Cthulhu very much, but I would like to put some more ammo into my
Reload.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
reload. Yeah, I should reload.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay.
if I don't move, I can reload, right? I assume.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Granville.
Skewering. Nearest
Okay.
pig.
Okay,
Pig's
so
getting it full in the ass.
okay. So the good news is there is a pig right next to you. The bad news is or rather the less good news, is that's the one that's just fallen unconscious. The other two that are conscious are about to charge back towards the two of you. So what would you prefer to do?
I don't know the rules for this well enough, so I'm going to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be considered fighting back?
Yeah.
If I try and hit this thing when it charges at me?
Yeah, fighting back.
Then that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go,
come on!
The
difference is if you tie in terms of success rating, it's the fighter that wins. Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's understandable.
So that one's going to come at you. So let's deal with that first. So obviously it's fighting you. It's making a roll, and then you're going to fight back. So make your fighting roll. If you have any luck to spend, I suggest doing it now.
I'm going to spend 1 luck.
I knew you were going to use that luck somewhere.
Just to understand, I've rolled 99.
Oh,
it is useless to. I'm only trying to offset a fumble. If the 90,
I'm afraid you can't. It's the same in D&D in that if you get a critical fail, you can't. I'm sorry.
Is 99 a fumble?
It's a fumble.
Okay. Yeah, it's taking me full in the ass then.
Okay, well, not quite. However, it is still going to hit you. What I'll say that happens is as it comes towards you and you're holding your blade out, it kind of rears its head a bit like this as it charges towards you. So not only does it hit you with its tusks, but also it sends your sword flying. So let's see. Okay. 5, you said, is your HP. So again, I've got some good news and some bad news. The bad news is it does another 5 damage. The good news is you are only unconscious because there is no major wound. But basically, yeah, you're hit hard enough in your head area that everything goes black.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Charlotte, the second one, or the one that's left as well, is coming towards you. So feel free to dodge, or you can try and bat the thing by fighting back.
Yeah, I'm trying to fight back since
Okey-dokey.
I have an higher value on that.
Mm-hmm.
Regular pass.
It failed miserably, so roll your damage.
Again, you said D4 for the.
D4 plus your damage bonus if you have any.
Okay. Yeah, it's 1 damage.
Okay. Once again, you feel the toughness of the hide as you try and get it with your with the butt of your rifle, and it just stops and shakes its head a bit, looks at you with this repulsive maw, and starts turning back around.
Oh no, it's not.
Okay. You think maybe more to try and bite you rather than charge, as it is quite close to you. You've noticed as well that Mr. Knipe appears to have started making his way back up towards the farmhouse.
How many pigs are still there?
So you killed 1. There's 2 left that are mobile, and there's the other one that you've taken care of quite nicely and is currently unconscious and bleeding out.
God damn it. Also, I just realized that I miscalculated.
Okay.
So if we may backtrack a little bit on my previous turn,
Yeah.
I reloaded and then I shot because I killed the pig on Nikhil.
Uh-huh.
Then I missed, and then I shot again before reloading. But I should have
Right.
2 bullets in the chamber.
Right.
So if you can backtrack that, I would have reloaded and then shot the pig.
Right. Okay. So roll your damage for the rifle then.
No. We already did that, but I shot and
Mhm.
then I reloaded. If we can just invert the actions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I already rolled the damage just for narration purposes. I do have 1 bullet now, so I have to reload
Yeah.
again
That's
at the
that's
end
fine.
of my
That's
turn.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Is it my turn now?
It is your turn. Yes.
Okay, so I'm shooting the fucker that tried to bite me.
All right. Point blank, etc., etc.
Blah blah blah. Yes. I'm spending 10 points of luck to make it a pass.
Okie dokie. Roll your damage.
Oh no, it's 8 plus 2. It's 10.
10 damage. Okay. Hold on, sorry, can't do maths. Yes. Okay, let me just give it a roll. Okay. Why did that not change? There we go. Okay, this one, you also get rather nicely. I'll say that you get it in the belly area and you start seeing some blood spill out. However, you think that the adrenaline has kicked into it and it is angry.
I start crying a little bit while I reload my shotgun.
Okay. However, given your party members are either dead or unconscious, it's their turn. So let me just dice off. Yes, okay. Yeah, that'd be easiest to do.
Just so you know, I will keep fighting back as they come to me. Just so you know.
Well, yes, that's fine. However, you notice that in its kind of feral, primordial nature, it's spotted Granville looking ripe and vulnerable and makes its way over there, fairly close to you, but you think it's going to start chomping at Granville unless you do something soon.
Can I kick his ass literally?
Yes.
As he walks away, just to keep his attention towards me.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do I? Let me see how many luck I have left. Yeah, I'm spending 3 points to make it a hard pass.
Okay, and you're more doing it just to kind of taunt it, right?
Yeah, just kicking as hard as I can, of course, because I'm scared and hungry and sad and whatever, but I just
Okay.
give it a kick.
Okay. So, you do indeed quite literally kick it in the butt. And as you do so, you actually notice a strange symbol on its rump, which I will show you now. And actually, you realize that it's on all of them who attacked you. Apologies, it's in paint. It'll be a lot better than the real thing. But that is what you see, a strange branding on its rump.
As in tattooed or burned?
Like a brand.
Branded, okay. Okay.
But it does
Weird, but
indeed.
okay.
Yes, indeed. It does indeed turn around and go for you. It's too close to charge. You'll be pleased to know,
Mhm.
but it is going to try and maul at you again.
Yeah, I'm fighting back. Don't give a shit. It's a regular.
Okay, that one is also a regular. So
I
that
do win because I'm
means
defending.
that's only if you're dodging. With fighting
Oh,
back,
if I'm
it's the
dodging.
attacker that does it.
Ah, fuck it.
Um,
Okay.
I've forgotten what the thing is. Ah, right, yeah. I thought it was that. Okay. Okay. It catches you in your already stinging thigh, from where you donated your blood earlier. You take 6 damage as you feel its teeth sink into you.
Do I have to roll a con save?
No, because you got 13 hit points, I believe.
I got 11.
As in your max.
Yes.
Your max
And
score is
already
11.
my max is 11, and I already lost 2 because of the ritual. So I'm down to 3.
Ah, okay then. I could have sworn it was 13, but yes, you will need to roll a constitution roll.
Yes, that's a fail.
Ooh, okay. Well, this is interesting.
No, it's not.
I wasn't expecting this to happen. However, I do have a solution. Well, it sounded a bit like Bane then. Okay. So the pain for you, Charlotte, is too much for you. It's too overwhelming. And just seeing this thing so up and close to you, you also know that it, or at least it was, a human, very much like you. You essentially faint from shock of the blood. Then some time passes, and Charlotte and Granville, you slowly come round. And I wanted to do a little bit of moving with the map, but we'll deal with it in a minute. You slowly come round, and the first thing that you sense or perceive is a horrific stench of decay, meat, blood, that kind of, viscous type smell. You're pigs now, not yet. And you can hear people around you, or at least you think they're people. But as your eyes adjust to the low light, you see that the majority of people in this strange chamber that you appear to have ended up in don't appear to be alive anymore. They appear to be quite literally undead, and your mind is cast back to Kilner's tales of these hellish creatures that sprung up out of the ground. No flesh on them, or at least very little. And Granville in particular, in your days, you see that they are all wearing Anglo-Saxon helmets. They brandish swords from that time, spears. And they're all kind of lining, or there's a few of them at least, you count about 5 or 6, but they're lining the perimeter of this fairly circular chamber. In the middle, you see that there are 2 more holding down Mary. You think it's Mary, but some of her features appear to have changed. You can see a strange looking ear that's poking out from her black hair, that looks very, very pig-like. And also her chest has been kind of bared, like her shirt, you think, has been ripped open. You can see that there's this very dark, almost black-looking veins that are spreading out from, you think, where her heart is. And directly in front of her is another quite horrific-looking being. You think that she is, or again, was once a young woman, quite pretty possibly, but she is also beginning to sprout tusks and hair, although her skin is almost flaking off and decaying, almost as if she's also been dead for a very long time. And she looks up at you with these very dead, milky looking eyes and smiles, a very big grin. And she says in early modern English, "Welcome, brethren. You are just in time." And she claps these two clawed hands together, and the soldiers around her begin kind of rousing each other up with some sort of chant, some sort of creed in Anglo-Saxon. And Granville, in your dazed stupor, you do make out a couple of words that seem to describe as great bore, but also eater of the self, if literally translated into English. And suddenly you hear the sound of cracking from above you, and roots begin spreading down from this soil, almost like a soily looking rooftop. And the ground is literally parting above you. You are currently, just so you know, you're currently sort of on the floor, like laying down, but you're not restrained per se, but you're obviously very weak. But you see that the ground is parting above your heads, and there's moonlight now that's starting to stream into this chamber where you are. And you really can see now that the walls around you are almost like a membrane of red and almost like you're in a body of some kind. I would like you to make me sanity rolls, please, upon seeing all of this all at once.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was mute. I didn't recall I was muted. That's a fail on my part.
So 2 fails.
Yes.
Okay. I think then it's quite suitable that this goes down in a rather maddening sort of last few moments, if you will. So I'll let you two decide what happens to each of your characters, but I'll give you a little bit about what happens in front of you. So, oh, by the way, you also notice that Nikhil's body has been brought in here. Or rather what's left of it. But Mary is held tightly, and you can see that the veins are pulsating bolder and blacker with each chant or word that the soldiers make with their bony mouths. And the witch takes some sort of large knife made out of bone or tusk, possibly, and drives it into Mary's chest, cutting her heart out while she is laying there. She fishes it out with these claws and holds it up, and you can see in your last moments as well, just in the moonlight, that she's wearing the stolen ring that belongs to Tom originally. But she holds up the heart above her head and starts reciting what could only be described to you I suppose, because again, Yiddish helps a little bit, but it's almost like she's reciting a love poem or a beckoning to a loved one. But of course, what on earth could it be to? What love could be here with this carnage that's going on? But then, after a couple of repetitions of this so-called poem, you see the stars begin swirling up above, and the moon almost cracks into itself as everything starts getting distorted, and you start seeing this huge wild boar seemingly emerge out of somewhere, out of a cosmos. But yes, I will stop talking now. Let me know in your final moments what you do. And you can have free reign, whatever you like.
Given I assume the weapons were taken off of us.
Yeah.
What I will try to do, of course, failing miserably because I failed the sanity roll before, so it is just out of spite rather than anything. I would take the bottle with the antidote in it, break it on the floor, and then try and jump at whoever comes first. Being
Breaking it on the
probably
floor. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So yeah, you're just sort of smashing it like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're jumping
try
at whoever
and-
comes first.
whoever comes first, but of course, given it's one of me, of course, mauled already and on the brink of death, I assume it is an ill intention because this won't get me anywhere, but that's
Okay.
what I've
All
been
right, well,
trying to do.
I'll come back to you because that potentially changes things. Granville?
Driven mad by it all, I push myself forward as much as I'm able. And in a last gasp, I try and take one of the swords from one of these Anglo-Saxon undeady and go straight for this priestess in the hope that maybe if I can kill her, maybe if I can stop her, maybe all this madness will stop. And obviously I'm going to get jumped the minute I go for it, but you know, it's last gasp.
Yeah. And that's something else I need to quickly think about. Okay, so bear in mind this happens in quite quick succession, but it's an important order. So, Charlotte, you smash the vial on the floor. Naturally, it breaks, the contents spills into the ground. And at that point, the chanting stops immediately. You can see that this creature is still coming, but what you've done has obviously attracted some attention. And the smile from, well, the sadistic impression of Emlin immediately drops. And you start noticing as she's holding the heart still, she's lowered it a little bit. But the first thing you see is her claws begin retracting and her pig-like features begin to change. And before long, you start seeing what you think was her true face. But even her sort of mottled skin is beginning to restore itself almost. And she looks horrified at this. Terrified, but she doesn't know what to do. She's stumped. But anyway, that's what happens in those first couple of seconds. At which point, one of the soldiers grabs you by the throat and begins to start choking you. Granville, you try and grab one of their swords to skewer Emlin with. I would like you, please, to make me a fighting sword roll.
Oh, it's a fencing roll.
Or fencing roll.
I'm going to spend 2 points of luck
Mm-hmm.
to make that an extreme.
Oh, that was the
When
right
it had
move.
to happen, when it had to happen, it fucking happened.
That
I
was
rolled-
the right
I
move.
rolled an 8.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Okay, so your damage bonus is that 0 or -1? Because either way, you don't
0 from me.
take anything away. It's 0. Okay. So because it's an impale, then you are going to do a 1d6 plus 1 plus 6.
So 7
Well,
plus D6.
Yeah. I only worded it like that because the 1 is a bit different and thing, but yeah, that makes it easier.
That's 10 damage in total then.
10 damage. Okay.
I rolled a 3, so for the damage.
Yes. Okie dokie. So it's a clumsy lunge, but it still finds its way home. And yet, as you drive the blade into her, you see now that she has changed, you think, back into what she used to look like back in 1622 before she died. She sees now that blood is seeping out from her. You don't think you've stabbed her in the heart necessarily, but you've done it enough that you think she will die eventually, if you don't intervene further. But then the great beast above you leans in, and you can really smell its breath coming in, and just the sheer distorted features of this creature. It's difficult to even tell if it is really a boar, but that seems to be the appearance it's taking on. But either way, even though it's a beast, you can tell that now looking at Emlin, it is, I wouldn't say shocked or horrified, but more disappointed. And what it does is let's see. I'm just trying to think how it's going to work, given it's a very big thing and it's not quite big to fit in. Okay. It sees the heart that's been offered to it, and it absorbs it into itself. It's almost like the heart kind of implodes and it's absorbed into this beast. But then it takes off suddenly, not like flying, but it kind of changes direction and seems to disappear somewhere. The stars once again swirl ahead, and you feel this strange movement beneath you. And suddenly the soil above you begins to just fold in to itself. And you see, in your last few seconds before you're completely engulfed by Pendle Hill, you see Emlin look at you, and a tear falls down her face. And she says, "I am sorry." And that is the end of Bride of Pendle.
Sorry for
Wow,
what
damn.
fucking bit. Wow. No. Wow.
Well,
Everybody died.
mm,
Excellent.
I'd like to apologize on behalf of my dice.
Yeah, mine were acting up as well, so
It
it's
doesn't
really no
matter.
one's fault.
I mean, you went out in very Cthulhu fashion style.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Well, you know, the one thing I've always liked about Cthulhu as a setting, because I do argue against people who say it's not heroic. I think that what we did there was very heroic. We had very little chance of succeeding, but we did it anyway because we needed to stop it, even if it meant our lives. That's heroic to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Indeed.
At the very least, we weren't turned into pigs. So that's a win on my part.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to ask what year was this set again?
1922.
Yeah. I was going to end on a particular line, but it would have been entirely metagame because the character that I was quoting did not exist for another 13, 14 years. And even though I think people would have got the reference, it would have been extremely anachronistic. But,
Well,
I'm just glad
obviously-
we actually went to the farm first.
Mm-hmm.
Next
I
time we
mean,
get Jacob first.
Where would have we been able to get Jacob to help us?
well, hold on. End the
yeah.
broadcast before you answer that question.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
true, because of spoilers and stuff. Yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions and stuff. Do you have any immediate thoughts right now that you're okay being on broadcast or spoiler free?
Fucking pigs.
For whoever might want to buy the scenario, please do. Anyone who wants
When
to
it's out,
play in this,
it's not existing yet.
anyone who wants to play in this scenario, run. Don't. The minute you hear about it, just get in the fucking car and drive. Don't look back. Just drive. No, actually, that was a really intense scenario, particularly the ending.
Mhm.
There was a lot of build up, and then it got really nasty. It was one of those ones. I mean, I kind of half joke, but I was being serious. It was going so well for us until we hit that combat.
Yeah.
So many different options throughout the whole game
Yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Keep you guessing,
Indeed, yes.
there's what's going on.
But no, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thank you very much, Jason.
Very good.
Fabuloso. All right. Well, we'll cut the broadcast there and also leave the toilets. That makes sense. Hope those of you watching have enjoyed as well. I know that 2 people were watching tonight. And yeah, we'll
Might have been
see
Fiona.
you. Might
Fiona
well
have
be
been watching
Fiona.
about it. If you
so,
were,
hello.
honey, hi.
And we will see you either next week or when Giorgio's I can't remember what term you used. Game mastering is ready for your
Yeah, I
adventure
mean,
for us.
I do believe that if you don't have anything to oppose what I'm about to say, we might as well find each other next week, at least for character gen.
Yeah.
I
Alrighty.
have. Sorry?
I can't make next week.
Okay,
Oh.
so we'll see you in
Good
2
job we
weeks.
finished it this week then.
Yeah, I've got parents evening at the college, so I can't.
Ah.
Yeah,
That's
don't worry.
tight.
See you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
All right then, we
To
will
be-
see you in
Mhm.
2 weeks.
To be completely honest, half of what I was supposed to write is being written. So
Gives you more
we
time.
can start. Definitely.
Okie dokie then. See you in 2 weeks, and hopefully by then you'll have recovered from this nasty ending.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good.
See you
Very good.
then. Bye bye.
Bye bye, everybody. Good night.
That's all.